Okay, let's start. For those who don't know me, my name is Meher. I'm running SaaS Founders Club, and I'm today's host of this event, Show and Tell, where Maria Iontseva, co-founder of SaaS Dili platform, which connect early stage startups with perfectly matched will tell about product and their startup journey. Nice to meet you, Maria.
Nice to
Can
meet you.
you introduce yourself?
I'm Maria, as was previously said. Thanks very much for inviting us. And I'm a co-founder and let's say head of product in Dili. And Dili is indeed a platform connecting startups with investors based on a certain set of matching parameters. I'm based in London, in the UK, and my co-founder Eugene, who might join us a bit later, he's based in Armenia, in Yerevan.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much. I guess it will be great for our audience if you could share your screen and show your product, how it looks like, and maybe during the process tell about it, and why you decided to create it, your audience, your market, all of this.
Sure,
Because you
I
introduced.
was prepared to share my screen, but of course I'll figure that out in a second. Let's do
Okay.
that. Disregard what else you can see on the screen. Right, I'll share my screen now. Okay, so that's the platform. Dili is triple-L.com. And yeah, we indeed bring in early stage startups. We are focusing precisely on early stage at the moment with investors who are looking for startups to invest into. Well, to give you an idea of how we get to this point, you're still seeing my screen. Yeah, I'll stop sharing for now because that's, oh my god, whatever. I cannot see what's going on there. But all right. So my background is I'm a head of product, and I used to have startups before in London, and I know how to build products. And I used to raise money as a startup. I raised $2 million venture capital before, and my business partner Eugene, he's a investment broker with a huge amount of experience. So yeah, that's how we naturally met and decided that it might be not a bad idea to automate that. So that is how and why we've created Dili. And speaking about the problem and solution, which probably is the first question on our usual list. I think it's
Actually, I
go on.
thought questions I will ask later.
Okay.
Just in general, you can present this product and tell the idea how how it works.
Yeah. It's a two-sided platform, so you can sign up either as a startup or as an investor. Then you go through a series of questions. Like, let's say you are an investor, name is John, and doesn't matter what your email is, and password is. And then you go through a series of questions about yourself as an investor. So you sort of categorize you as an investor. Let's say you are corporate VC. Well, corporate VC is too big, just a VC. You can leave your LinkedIn or not. Company name would be nice. Let's say VC location in London. And website. Yeah, I've done it in time. Yeah, then you just need to choose your target markets, because that's one of the parameters we are matching you with the startups and industries you are investing into. Let's say what? Internet of Things. Investment stage, seed and Series A, investment size, $500,000, min check size, $500,000. Yeah. And then this is what we call insights. That here we can say, I'm only investing rather in second-time founders, and with the round being partially secured, not less than 20%. For example, investment ideas, Internet of Things. And here we are. Then At some point, we're gonna match you. If we had that sort of startups already in database, we're gonna match you with startups which matching your parameters as an investor, and we're gonna send you. I'll stop sharing at the moment. We're gonna send you weekly or daily or never updates over the email with fresh startups matching your parameters. That's how it works for an investor. For a startup, it works slightly differently. But if you think about what I was just saying, so we do not send investors to startups. But if startups are interested in a certain, or rather, if an investor is interested in a certain startup, then we're gonna connect them. That's how the platform works right now. And it's totally free to join. And you're gonna have up to, as far as I remember, I think you're gonna have up to 20 matches monthly for free. It's both free for startups and investors under this limit.
Okay, I see currently Yuvrash asked, can you show this from perspective of a startup?
It's very similar. It's almost the same. Investors have an ability to search through, like on a paid subscription, investors can search through the whole startups database, for example. Startups only can see investors which are matched with them. So startups cannot see everyone on the investor side, only those who have the same markets, the same industries, the same ticket size, and so on. So yeah, do you want me to show the same thing for a startup? Or?
No, it's great.
Okay, yeah, I think you Raj was already signed up, which is really cool. We'll try to match him.
It's actually was very good presentation. I prepared some questions. If you're ready to answer, I think they will be very interesting for our audience because I prepared them regarding to different areas of startup journey, like product, solution, market, traction, growth, business model, and your future vision. And the first question is, what problem does your product solve, and how does your solution address this problem effectively?
Right. That's a simple one. According to what's available to us, founders spend about 60% of their week work time just around for investors' contacts while they're raising their investment rounds, which is quite exhausting, as many startup founders would agree with. And at the same time, investors often missing out on cool projects because they are just not on the loop. And that is where Dili can help, really, because we simplify the whole process by automating those first matches, second regular weekly and daily emails, and so we are saving time, and time is money. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, totally agree. And time is money. Okay, next question. What is the market size and potential for your product? And how does your startup stand out from competitors in this space?
Well, the space is, well, let's say from the market size. Market size is huge because there are millions of startups all over the world. However, of course, we are starting addressing that market only, starting from the US and Europe. And in the US, it's like 30,000 startups. In Europe, I don't remember the number, but something comparable. And so our first target market is US and Europe. However, we also building our connections in Africa and Middle East at the same time. How do we differ ourselves from the competitors? Quite a lot of competitors in the area just see huge and long list of investors. That's what is quite common in the area. However, the problem of such an approach, as I experienced it, is just half of this list is dead or just outdated. People are not investors anymore. People change their emails. People change their VCs and stuff. So it just doesn't work. And it's sort of a cold outreach, which also shows a lower conversion. And our approach is we have investors in, not millions of them, not, let's say, hundreds of thousands investors. No, but our investors are on the platform because they are actually actively looking for investing or investment opportunities for them, and so they are warm at first thing, and we are curating our startups, and we also very much rely on this what we call insights. So we ask startups to put all this info, whether they already have a bit of their round secured or whether they are second-time founders and stuff, because as far as we are aware, as far as we understand the industry, those small things, not like market or amount of money the company are raising, but rather those small things, they are quite crucial for investors to make their decisions. For example, there are VCs in the area who only invest in second-time founders.
Have a question from our audience, Yuvraj. He asks, what the typical investment successfully raised using the platform?
Well, look, what we have, companies whom we helped already to raise, we help through the premium consultancy services. So per se, on platform, there is no deal at the moment. On platform, you can be matched and have a contact of investors who is warm and ready to invest. And this is for a relatively cheap subscription, right? But we have a number of companies whom Eugene already helped to raise their rounds, right?
So basically, unless someone sign up for paid consultancy, they cannot get funded, correct?
They will be matched for free without any paid consultancy or even without the paid subscription with 20 investors monthly if there are 20 matching investors, and they will be provided with contacts of those investors. That is what you can get for free. But then if we have new investors, let's say we have hundreds, right? And you are out of your limit of free matches, then you're going to pay a rather affordable subscription. And only if you want us proactively connecting you with investors, assessing your slide deck, so and so, giving really warm introduction, then it's a consultancy, but it is a more expensive subscription. Don't remember, something like 500.
Okay, got it. What marketing strategies have you found most effective for reaching and engaging your target audience? And how did you measure their success?
Call it smart connection. So we use first we started with our personal networks because both of us have extensive personal networks. So we connect with our network over LinkedIn. And that's what works because those connections are already warm. Also, we are partnering with fellow accelerators, which helps a lot because accelerators are providing us both with companies who are raising money and they have investors who are looking for more projects, not only being part of a certain accelerator. So I would say our working marketing strategy is through partnerships and our network. Then, of course, we do usual stuff like social media and LinkedIn and content marketing. But of course, because we are relatively small at the moment, it doesn't work as good as you might think it could.
Got it. And another question from Yuvraj. The consultancy model, do you charge upfront or post the successful investment raised? Also, how much is the consultancy fee?
It should be on the website. Let me check. It's about 5K. No, it's not 5K. Sorry, it's 500. That's what I was about to say. Success fee is 3% of the round, but without a success fee, it's $500 per month.
Evgeny, nice to meet you. He's the second co-founder of Dili, and we happen that you could join us.
Thank you.
Actually, we now on the stage where we Q&A session where I ask a question and Maria was answering it, but now I think you both could answer it. It
Yep.
will be more to hear and answer.
Thank you.
Okay, next question. What milestones have you achieved so far in terms of user growth, revenue, and partnerships?
Well, revenue is not there yet. However, our database already contains first hundreds of startups and investors, and we are hosting events. By the way, Eugen recently hosted an event in Armenia, and we are partnering with some quite major accelerators in Europe and France and in Middle East. And not to mention that we also have one major UK bank being partnered in to offer our UK startups some banking benefits.
Evgeny, would you like to add something to Maria's answer?
Milestones that we have collaboration with in United States, in MENA, and that we are partners for some events in Europe, in Middle East, and UK actually, and that the main our goal that the startups and investors want to be in our network and want to collaborate with us, and they really want to get our help in your data actions.
I see. Actually, I missed the part when in Dili platform, Maria showed up on this part where startups and investors connect with each other. Is it possible to share it now and show how they connect?
Very simple process. Startup just sign up on the platform, and the platform automatically is provided to relevant investors, and startup can see the list of investors which platform matched him some investors. And actually, the investors will see the list of startups what had been received by this platform.
So there are no networking between startups and investors?
After this step, yes, investor can, every startups can check the pitch deck, elevator speech, some data, and after that, investor can communicate with every startup from this list. Yeah.
So basically, there is no such a thing as chat yet. So what we disclose investors' contact, like email and LinkedIn, if there is a match. That's how it works.
Okay, I see. I thought it's inside Dili, that's why I asked.
No.
Great. I have another question. How does your startup generate revenue, and what are your plans for monetization in the future? Partially, Maria already answered it, but maybe there are some other plans about your revenue. It will be interesting to know more.
It's a simple subscription model plus this consultancy premium part where we have success. So revenue streams we have right now is a subscription, success fee plus revenue coming through partnership.
Okay, we have two last questions. What are your long-term goals for the startups, and how do you plan to achieve them?
We are long term, we are on a mission of creating not only a platform helping startups and investors to close their rounds, but rather to create an ecosystem, or better to say data-driven ecosystem, providing sharp insights, like market insights, and so both for startups and investors to help them making their smart decisions. And of course, we are aiming to provide that mainly through partnerships.
And last question, what are some key learnings or challenges you've encountered during your startup journey, and how have you addressed them?
Oh well, that's usual, I guess, for many startup founders, because as we are trying to stay lean and flexible, or thus flexible rather, we are obviously quite often, or to be more positive sometimes, moving slower than we would expect that to be. However, this agile approach provides us with I would say, teach us new lessons every day. How you can make something, not spending all the money of the world. That's what we are doing. And at some point, we'll raise an investment round ourselves, just at the point when we reach enough traction. So it's interesting loss for us and investors. That's the plan.
One addition for me, I think that when you can see so many opportunities around, you must be focusing on your own goal and choose the activity which will you to your main metrics maybe. By the way, when you can collaborate with some accelerators, venture studios, venture capital funds, and media maybe, and you can do so many activities and spend all your time on it without results maybe, and you can analyze each impact of this activity and focusing on the best delivering for you.
I see. Okay, it was last question. I would like to say thank you very much for your time, for your engagement in this event. It was great presentation of your product, and I hope it will be very successful. That's it for today.
Thank you very much, and
Thank
have
you
a
very much,
lovely rest of
Gary.
your day. Bye.
Bye bye.
Good luck.